Divorce. There's nothing pleasant about it. Families divided, spouses fighting each other, children in broken families. And now, for couples breaking up, a whole new battleground. It is called parental alienation, when one parent brainwashes the kids, trying to turn them completely against the other parent. It's a proxy war that can produce poisoned minds. As Paula Todd reports, family courts and social workers are grappling with how to make parents cooperate and to heal the children. It's not often easy.
In these family videos, it's plain to see Frank Bellissimo is crazy about his little girl, Lysandra. But caught up in a vicious custody battle, those cherished moments were few and far between.
Happy birthday.
At first, Frank says Lysandra's mother only let him visit his daughter for 2 hours every other week.
Happy birthday, my sweet cakes.
During the 2 hours that I was visiting my daughter, I wasn't allowed to touch her for the first hour or hour and 15 minutes.
Why?
She would sit me down on one chair, and she would sit my daughter in another spot, 8 or 10 feet away from me, and say, you can look at her, but don't hold her, don't touch her, don't kiss her until I say so.
My baby, I love you.
Then, on one of those visits, when Frank scooped up Lysandra, insisting on holding her, his ex-wife called the police. He was charged with assault.
They handcuffed me, they put me in the police cruiser, and I couldn't believe what was happening. The police treated me like I was a criminal.
Frank was acquitted, but it was just the start of a nightmare cycle of false allegations he says his ex-wife made against him. Assault, threatening, even claims he didn't feed Lysandra.
Did you ever harm your ex-wife?
Never.
Did you ever harm your daughter?
No, never. Absolutely not.
But nasty divorce tactics didn't stop with allegations. Lysandra's mom was bad-mouthing Frank and urging her to lie to keep her from seeing her dad.
Who do you see?
Daddy.
Yeah, what's Daddy doing?
I don't know.
Smiling.
Well, my mom, I knew she didn't want me to see my dad because she would do certain things that would, like, put him down or make him seem like he was bad or that he was, like a criminal.
Come on, Sandra.
At some point, you must have believed some of it. I mean, you were a young kid.
Yeah, I did. If I wanted to go see my dad and she would say, no, we have to do something this weekend, then she would just be like, okay, if you want to go see your father this weekend, then you're not allowed seeing your friends for 2 weeks. And you can't go on the computer and you can't do anything.
So you were punished for wanting to see your father?
Yeah, basically.
Experts call it parental alienation, a persistent campaign by one parent to poison a child's relationship with the other parent. Bad-mouthing, lying, preventing visits, even punishing a child for showing the other parent any affection. In extreme cases, an alienating parent can actually convince a child to reject the other parent altogether.
Have you ever had a child who'd been the victim of parental alienation?
Child psychologist Marty Mackay considers Frank and Lysandra a textbook example of parental alienation. Lysandra came to see her for a year. In this recent assessment, Mackay writes, I had concluded your mother was attempting to alienate you from your father and had attempted to involve me and other persons and agencies in assisting her in confirming accusations against your father.
She was coached to lie about her father. Some of those lies were ones that had criminal implications and child welfare implications. So when a child is coached to lie, that's in my view, it's abusive.
But Lysandra grew up, started thinking for herself, and at 13, announced to her mother that she wanted to live with her dad and her baby stepbrother.
She said, okay, you can move in with him, but you can't take any of your clothes, you can't take your laptop, all you can bring is a little backpack. So what I had to do, like the only thing she would let me do was I had to put on all my clothes. So I put on like 5 layers of pants and like 10 layers of sweaters and shirts, and I could just bring a backpack of like some of my stuff, and that's all she would let me do. And I also brought like my cat. I had to carry it all to the end of like the street, and it's a long street, because he's not allowed to come to our house, so I had to walk all the way there, like with my cat in my hand and like 10 layers of clothing on. And, yeah.
Now, at 14, Lysandra is living at her father's, doing all the usual teenage things. On her laptop, hanging out with friends, but now it's her mum she doesn't see. W5 contacted Lysandra's mother, who turned down an on-camera interview, claiming this is headed to court and insisting that she is the parent who's being alienated.
And do you feel that what your mom did was alienate you from your father?
Yeah, I do.
What do you think about a young person like you being put in a situation like that?
I think it's just unbelievable. I think every child should have the option to go see their mother or father and have a healthy relationship with them.